Dangerous Minds Podcast, a.k.a. Malik in the building. Jay Reed's absent today. He overslept. Monty sitting in the hot seat. What's up, Monty?
What's happening, man? How are you?
Good, good. We got Merk in the building.
Yeah.
Straight from Seattle. Man, full of talent.
Born and raised.
Hey, man, welcome to the team. He's moving out here, y'all. So we got Merk. We're going to touch on his talent, what he does, and welcome to the team.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Vigorous. And you already know Alfredo's in the building with the A hat, the ace.
The biggest troll.
Yeah, the biggest troll. We got nicknames too for everybody on Dangerous Minds Podcast. We was talking about it today. So Malik, aka the Muslim, Fredo,
A.K.A. the Mexican.
the Mexican, Monty,
The superhuman.
the superhuman, Jay Reed,
And Merk's the ruler.
I'm Merk the ruler.
Merk the ruler.
He's Merk the ruler. Like that's
too easy.
That's
I don't
actually
like that.
in his handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
Merk the
ruler,
10 years now.
Yeah.
the Mexican, the Muslim, superhuman, and the black guy's at home sleeping.
That's crazy.
Jay Reed.
Yo.
And then the killer's upstairs sleeping too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
As the killer should sleep, you know what I mean?
We don't wanna
Yeah, the
provoke
killer. Don't provoke the
Yeah,
killer.
it's peaceful
provoke
today.
him.
It's real peaceful today.
Yeah,
There's no hostility,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
The killer would be
Don't
here.
provoke him.
Today is a good day.
The
No
shoeless
AKs.
warrior.
The shoeless
Uh-huh.
warrior.
The shoeless warrior.
The shoeless warrior.
Right,
I've
right.
seen Brian shoes.
Hey, so today we're just gonna summary up some stuff. We were actually having a discussion about Monty made a hit. I didn't even know he can sing, and man, I am not gonna dive into the details of music because you guys know I retired a long time ago. But
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
these guys are trying to recruit me back in. I can't, I step in and step out, but we're going to talk about that on a personal level. We're going to get into real reactions. Dangerous Minds Podcast. I got something to play. Merk, the ruler. And after you watch it, we're going to get a real reaction to how you guys feel about it, okay?
When Ron Artest entered the NBA, he became a millionaire almost instantly, signing a contract worth almost $1 million. But that rookie cash didn't change his hustle. The man needed electronics. He had a friend at Circuit City, and he was spending all his time there anyway, so he made a brilliant financial plan. Get the employee discount, not for the paycheck, not for the hours, strictly for that sweet 50% off on DVDs and gear. So he walked in, filled out an application like any other Joe off the street, and in the occupation box, he wrote NBA.
It froze. I don't know what's going on. We have a technical difficulty with
player.
internet going on.
Beatbox like T-Pain.
When it asked for a
There it
reference,
is.
he went straight
Danny,
to the
get
top.
off the Wi-Fi.
He listed his
We're going to back it up just a little bit.
and in the occupation box, he wrote NBA player. When it asked for a reference, he went straight to the top. He listed his boss at the time, Bulls general manager Jerry Krause, putting a high-profile GM down as a reference for a minimum wage job selling TVs. The store, apparently unfazed by this incredible resume, actually hired him. He even worked at least one shift, helping customers and enjoying his discount before word got out. City. The gig didn't last long after that, but for a brief moment in time, a professional basketball player was just a guy trying to get a deal on a DVD player.
Did you guys understand that?
Listen,
I'm doing that
shout
now.
out to Meta World Peace.
That was I was like blown back by that myself.
Hey, look,
I'm leaving with something.
Come on.
absolutely.
Whatever it takes to get the
Yo, hey,
That's
Meta World Peace. It's just there are those people that come across in life and they're just different. That's one of them. Like I would have never thought about that. Like I think most people would have never thought like, oh, we in the NBA, we on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Millionaire overnight is they wouldn't be tripping off a DVD player, but it's just him. But we haven't heard about him asking for
what I tell you today though when you asked about my coffee. Monty's the superhuman. One of his talents is he's our health coach. He's the stud in here with the and so we try to have mindful talks about eating healthy and drinking healthy and our daily routine. And he seen me with my coffee and he was like, "Yo, what's in that coffee?" And I'm like, you could tell that it got some sugar in it. But I said, "Listen, it's not because I
could just tell it got some cream. I didn't know it had sugar.
sweetness." Pause.
Valid.
So I said, "No, I drink black coffee all the time, but when I see a deal, I can't help it. That's when I go Coffee Bean and I'll get it because it's a deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then the deal, you try to get the biggest price tag for the deal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I got it. So I think that was wrong on Tess, similar to he was like, "Why am I gonna pay full price when I can get the employee discount if I go work there?"
Yo, but that's a long walk for a short drink of water, though.
I think that's what I'm saying.
really
I think
is.
it's worth it. I think it's worth it in the long run. I think if he would have got like 6 months off,
Yeah.
and he was able to actually start buying stuff
Yeah.
50% off and just building up the collection or whatever for
Yeah.
a half a year,
Furnish
maybe
his
a whole
house.
year, and then just cop out.
Mhm.
But doing it for one thing, I think is kind of OD.
Yeah.
Doing
That's
it
a
for
fact.
one item,
That's
that is a long walk for a short.
What do you think, Alfredo?
I'm doing that now. I'm using Wawa Claw to use their place as a great place for me to shoot.
So see, so Ron Artest is just like all of us.
Come on.
Hey.
Or maybe we're all like Ron Artest.
Either or.
There you go.
Like minds think alike, huh?
Yeah,
Like
Dangerous
minds
Minds.
think alike. Dangerous Minds podcast. Okay, we play one more real reaction. That one is shout out to who was shout out to Sideline Stories for that one. Shout out to Sideline Stories. This one, it's a little bit of a religious tip. I enjoyed this one. I'm gonna play it for you guys. See what you think. Let's go.
This commander destroyed his own army's ships so that his men had no choice but to fight the huge enemy army. Ibn Ziyad was a Berber boy, enslaved and forgotten. Years later, he was freed and finally trusted. He grew up in Morocco, trained for years, and became a commander of an army. But across the sea, Iberia groaned under a tyrant king who ruled with oppression, injustice, and fear. Ibn Ziyad was chosen to lead an army to liberate Iberia. The year is 711. 7,000 men sail into foreign waters, no certainty that they will return alive. The Visigothic king Roderick prepares an army of 100,000 men. The Muslims are outnumbered and surrounded, trapped between an army and the sea. Whispers begin. What if we fail? What if there is no way home? Tariq overhears this, and then he makes a decision that will erase hesitation forever. He orders his army's ships to be burned. Flames rise into the sky, and their only escape disappears. His soldiers trembled, but his speech lit fire in their hearts.
O my warriors, where will you flee? Behind you is the sea. Before you, the enemy. By Allah, there is no salvation for you, but in your courage and perseverance. Allahu Akbar!
At Guadalete, the battle begins. Steel meets steel, faith meets fear. And against all odds, the tyrant king's army breaks. City after city opens its gates, and justice replaces tyranny. Al-Andalus was born, an empire that would last for centuries. The hill he landed on was named after him, Jabal Tariq, aka Gibraltar. His name.
Oh wow.
Back against the wall, man. Sometimes you need an ultimatum. I feel like, sometimes you need that. You need like certain choices and certain things pulled off the table to, I feel like the king did that so they can go forward, right? And,
Yeah. He wasn't the king. He was just their leader, the commander.
Exactly.
So
But instead of going back and like, getting back in the boats, he was like, bro, that's not there no more. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, what sparked my attention is he was like, he heard him talking like as a leader, you know what I mean? He heard him with doubt in their hearts
exactly,
and like it's like kind of like we are a team here, right? And I feel like I'm captain of the ship to a certain extent. You know what I mean? I'm the experienced one, been in, and I see talent, try to bring everybody to forces. I've been in this building and I'm, was able to. Now everybody's a superhuman in here, with different talents and skills, and I'm like, yo, this year, like we gotta. Where's the ship so I can burn it down? Alfredo is where you come from? Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Monty, where you from?
I'm from North Carolina.
I'm burning all y'all ships down.
Yo, I think all of our ships are burnt though.
You
Yeah,
burnt
I
them
don't
already.
think,
I burnt that
it's
before I met you.
We don't.
See, I like that. Yeah, you
I
burnt.
just-
Is that?
No,
here,
dead ass.
We're here like with the common thread that like we don't have anything to go back to.
Right.
So like I think that's what
Failure
that's
is
the
not an
camaraderie.
option.
Like that's what breeds like the camaraderie and the like-mindedness that we have to succeed because it's like, yo, we ain't got nothing to go back to.
I literally had the choice of paying my $1,500 rent
Mm.
and got all the money together. And by the time I got the money together, the next month was already there. And I was like, man, I can pay this. I got the money to I can pay this. Or I can take this money and get a trip to LA and then buy a ticket to New York after that for 2 weeks apiece and just see what these places can offer. And I don't have that place to go back to. I didn't. I moved out. I didn't pay that rent. And I moved out. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
You burnt
Yeah,
that shit.
you know
Oh
what I'm
wow,
saying?
yeah, that's a facts.
you know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing there right now. You know, even when I go back, I got like a studio space that I still, you know, like an art gallery
Yeah.
that I'm a part of, a little collective. But I don't know. Even like the universe, man. Even like in my like just the trip over here, like the amount of like women and just other things that kind of just fell out of my life naturally. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really have control over. They just kind of just fell to the background, disappeared. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like. In the steps that I'm taking, I'm literally realizing like, yo, that was supposed to happen. Like it was meant to just go down like that. And
Alfredo, what's your you have a burnt down ship story?
Yeah, my ship started with me coming here on a flight, getting flown out by my boss for a job, and I only had $86 in my bank account. So I didn't even have enough to get a plane ticket back home. Let's say I hated the job that I was doing, I had no option. I literally came here with a little carry-on and a backpack with probably like 2 to 3 outfits total, and 2 pairs of shoes and $86 in my bank account, and that was it. That was my ship being burned.
What was your mindset? What was
My
your intention?
mindset was this is it. I'm not coming back. I'm not. There is no option for me to come back. Even if I wanted to come back, I couldn't. I didn't have money for it.
Oh, you set yourself up to.
I set myself up to either it's gonna be way bad, or it's about to become the most craziest decision of my life.
That's dope.
And
yeah.
it became the craziest decision of my life.
I think we've all my personal experience with that. I guess I can relate to is after I was on tour, come back, I actually got a job working at UPS, and they sat me down and offered me the white picket fence house as long as I'd be loyal to them. They pay for my school and everything. And when I started working on the docks, I understood one thing. I interviewed the older UPSer, and I interviewed the older longshoreman. And when the older longshoreman told me that he can wake up in the morning and not go to work and ain't got no boss to call, he just don't have to, I was sold. I was like, what? Priceless. But I had bills, I had responsibilities already that I had. So to get over here, I had to let go of my certainty, my guarantee, my benefits, for a chance of uncertainty. But, I let it go, and, alhamdulillah, all praises to God, I actually made it in that journey, but it wouldn't have happened without taking that risk. Mm-hmm. So, may God give you guys success and victory and accomplishments of your goals and guidance of these journeys that you guys are taking, because it takes a lot to make that decision from the beginning. A lot of people won't take those risks.
Mm-hmm.
They did discourage you. They'd
They'll
be like,
hermit
what
crab up.
They were like, what are you doing? Like, you got no money saved up? You got, what's the plan? You got a job down there?
Right. You'll hear all this negativity about
about how you should do it, or even though they never done it ever and never will do it. So then why would I even listen to somebody like that?
Right.
You know what I mean? And if you listen to all the greats, we all have similar stories behind taking that risk, knowing that there is a big reward and there's a big loss, and just taking that step forward and being like, there is no loss, because it's not an option. There is no option to become the homeless person on the street living on Skid Row. There is no option for me to just become a 9-to-5 person here and try to have a family here. No, I'm gonna do what I came here to do. I'm gonna follow my dreams, and that's it. There is no other option. If I wanted anything else, I would have just stayed home. I would've
Yo, you
Believe
said
in your
something
dreams.
key. Follow, not chase.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing about it. Like, if we believe that we were all created with purpose, this is already written.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, we're just walking it out, and every day we're just living it. And so you can't even please God without faith. And it's like, you know, the faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And so it's just like, they don't see it, but it's like in your imagination, you already seen that preview of the coming attraction. And so it's happening. You know, it's just like in this, like, yo, we're all gonna remember like these moments of like, yo, when we were sitting in here like masterminding, and like it's I can't wait to see what happens
What
with
happens,
you,
yeah.
with you. Like, yeah, it's amazing.
I feel like life really comes down to, like, I talked to Fredo about this. Life really comes down to like a couple of, that's it, like 3 or 4, 5 big decisions.
Those pivotal moments.
It's like you don't get that many.
Mm-mm.
Like
Get
your
one
whole
chance,
life,
just chance blew. You know,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
they start
yeah.
playing in your head. So, Merc, I'm pulling up your page right now. Merc the Ruler.
Sorry, man.
So I wanna talk to you for a minute,
Yep.
like, cause you know we just met, and you look like a very unique individual,
yeah.
like full of charisma and character. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I get the 90s,
Yeah.
the 90s black, you know, charismatic.
Yeah,
character.
yeah. Remind me of that Humpty Hump. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
That. So and that tells me that
Look,
you.
I see 3 stacks too.
Yeah. I get the Digital Underground all the time. Man. I get the Digital Underground all the time.
Yeah. So
How you feel about that though?
I don't know. That should just make me wish I was like born in the 80s, so I really could have lived through the 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get Snoop Dogg, Pac, I get Kobe sometimes.
Yeah, all
throughout
that.
my whole life, I done got
Wow.
all these
But see,
people.
I can't unsee the Kobe now. Like, yo, that's the
My haircut, oh, it's over.
did you harness all of that energy though into your creativity? Because with all of that, you being in this time and space and place, and with those being people of the past, did you like reel all of that in, and then you ready to win?
Of course.
Tell us about what you do and how you got to your
I do
passion.
a lot of things. I was adopted at a very young age. I lived in Texas for most of my life. I just moved to Seattle recently.
Okay.
2015, I moved to Seattle to find my parents. So that was like one of those big moments in my life, you know, that people talk about. But ever since a kid, I was drawing, you know, painting. As a kid, I thought I was gonna be like the person making like comics and newspapers and stuff for a while, until I got into some trouble. You know, was in and out of juvie in Texas, and then when I got out, I put myself through school. I went to the Art Institute of Dallas for filmmaking, video production.
Nice.
So as a kid, I've always like loved movies, kind of like lived through movies, especially the ones where like, you know, you have like that lonely kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm like relating like with the adoption and shit. So movies like Matilda and Home Alone and Like Mike and stuff like that. You know, these are movies that I'm like, you know, in my head, I'm like a child star too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm like the kid act. You know what I'm saying? I really had those dreams as like a younger kid. But growing up, I don't know. I've always, you know, like you said, just being able to see and manifest stuff, and you know, not really having people believe in what you do, just, you know, brushing you off and stuff. Everything that I want to do as a kid, I pretty much do as an adult now.
Tell me some of your talents.
I'm a videographer for a lot of different rappers nowadays. My freelance career is like pretty cool. As a videographer, I produce and paint. I'm a professional painter. I have like a lot of my paintings in downtown Seattle and art
Dope.
galleries.
Not to interrupt, but Merc produces music and film.
Yes.
Like, we can't breeze past that.
Yeah.
Like, I get
So
get it, bro.
I'm a filmmaker by heart. You know, I freelance music videos right now. That's like my bread and butter. Something I just love doing. VFX, editing, storytelling, all together. I want to try my hand in acting. I just got into modeling recently and did a couple of shoots for like LRG and like this Bruce Lee brand.
Mm.
Pretty cool. I also make rugs. I make like home goods, I like tuft rugs and make tables, stuff like that.
That's what's up.
I'm also a clothing designer. I just took up clothes like 5,
Nice.
6 years ago. So I had my first runway at Bumper Shoot, which is a big festival in Seattle.
Yeah.
I was able to have a booth there, get clothes to the likes of people like Janelle Monáe.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I try to do it all. Everything that I really wanted to do as a kid, or any type of cool stuff I see now, man. If I can put the 10,000 hours in, I'm gonna do it and learn it.
That's a hell of a resume.
Yeah.
I see a lot of, man, I see you doing big things, definitely.
My biggest thing I done did to this day is NFTs. When NFTs were popping,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the big
Yeah, I
when
remember,
NFTs
yeah.
were popping. I did a set of NFTs for Balenciaga, and I did another set for Whoopi Goldberg.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
Break that down. Like,
Where-
how did that even come about?
I was working in Seattle, and I was like, I was one of the lead AI people at the time. Like when AI first started, I was kind of like the first videographer to incorporate AI music videos.
Nice.
And I had this team reach out to me who needed visuals for Cristobal Balenciaga. They needed they wanted to make his 2D dresses into 3D animations. So I was able to take, I had a friend reach out to me, and he was like working for a company at the time, and he just kind of like how Fredo is doing in LA, kind of just scouted and got me as a homie, and yeah, it worked out.
Amazing.
Worked out.
Yeah.
That's the- Where can the people check out some of your work at?
People can check out my work on Instagram. Most of my pages are on there. I do have a couple of pages. Cal Gone Mad is going to be the clothing, designer stuff, one-on-ones. My Mercury Studios page is my videographer page. And the Merc the Ruler is my main account, which you'll see the modeling pictures, lifestyle,
Yeah, it's dope.
type of things.
That's what's up. Dangerous Minds podcast.
Yes, sir.
Merc in the building. Merc the ruler, y'all.
Merc the ruler, y'all.
That, hey, that's a round of applause for you for sure, Danny. Come on.
yeah.
We need to get all that going, but all that horns. Yeah.
Come on.
Yo, so Merc, you told me about you told us about the biggest thing you've done, but what's your favorite thing that you've done?
Favorite thing that I've did.
And where do you want to go?
The favorite thing I've did is I would say it's Bumper Shoot. Yeah, Bumper Shoot. I was able to dress 10 people in my clothing. I had 10 different looks, and they paid me a good little check to present a 30-minute show. So
Nice.
I ain't never did like no type of 30-minute, like nothing. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even got to my first short film yet, which is something I really want to do.
Ah.
Answer that last question.
Hey.
I want to go towards.
Time out real quick. Let me just insert this. So we were talking about with the team before you got here about, I was talking about getting the camera. There was a few on the list because I wanted to incorporate at South Bay Podcast and Recording Studios to be able to shoot 90-second shorts, vertical shorts, film for vertical shorts. And you're an actor. You want to get into it.
Yeah.
Well, we could create our own content and
Yeah, I'm down.
then you pop up into our
Yeah.
onto our team. So it's like, yo,
It's alignment, man. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. I think it's alignment, and it's also divine timing. Like, you know what I mean? For a long time, like, we were figuring out, like, sort of what our direction was. And in that, as we were getting clear on our direction and then getting clear on everybody's strengths, it's
Yeah.
like now we're seeing, okay, we got our starting 4, but we need a big man.
And it's crazy because In Seattle,
You
like
like
I
it?
moved to
Yeah,
Seattle.
yeah,
I moved to
yeah.
Seattle in 2015. So like being there for the last, we're in 2005, 2006 now.
Mhm.
So I've been there for literally a decade, and I did everything I wanted to do. Like everything that I couldn't get off in Texas and do in Texas, I got off in Seattle, and made the brand and grew it. And it really just got to the point where there was nothing left for me. Like even when I'm talking about leaving my apartment, I wasn't in a bad position. I'm like totally dependent on art. So it's not like I'm like not working a 9 to 5,
yeah.
right? I'm getting money from videos and making clothes and engineering, and that's how I'm living my whole life. Like
Yeah.
buying food, clothes. The fact that I still get to live
Industry.
the way I do, like it was just completely
Yeah.
off art. So the fact that I was like slowing down, I was like, man, like my time is just kind of like up. I done did everything here, and my parents were here. Like my parents were here. Went to Texas. My dad got shot in Texas. My mom had me in Texas.
Wait, hold on. You said your dad got shot in Texas?
My dad got shot in Texas and locked up in Texas. He didn't die in Texas. He got shot,
Yeah, yeah.
locked up when I was being born. I was
Damn.
born
Wow.
for adoption at the hospital. My mom was, on drugs and stuff, but she came back to Cali. Like I was supposed to be, but I can't imagine being like born here and growing up here. Like I grew up in Texas in the South.
Everything has your
Southern
upbringing to
hospitality. Yeah,
mold
you know what
you.
I'm saying? I needed that. I wouldn't change it for the world. You know what I'm saying? I love like who I am now, like wise, and I did have to learn a lot.
Because we love Texas, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
whole different hospitality from all these.
Nah, that Southern soul, it pops through, man. It's
But
like,
people would think
yeah.
I'm from LA though. You know what I'm saying? I talk my speech. I don't have the Southern draw no more. Even going
Yeah.
to Seattle, people are like, "Are you from the town? You from Seattle?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm from Texas." But then coming here, people are not like, "You're from Texas or Seattle." They're like, "You're us.
Yeah,
You're from LA.
Yeah, yeah.
Swag, everything. You're from LA.
yeah.
Can't get away from it."
That's what's up.
Man, but it's good that you like still rep like where you're from and
Yeah,
like
of
your
course,
roots and
of course,
everything
of
like
course.
that. You know what I mean? Because obviously, they say good roots, good fruit. So that's what.
Merc the Ruler, you guys.
Mark the Ruler. you
Check him
guys.
out.
Yeah.
Drop your links again.
Merc the Ruler at Merc the Ruler on SoundCloud, Merc the Ruler on all the platforms, actually. I'm on Dispose, Apple Music, Spotify, all that. Cal Gone Mad on Instagram for the clothing, Mercury Studios on Instagram for the music videos. Yep.
There you have it. Dangerous Minds Podcast. We're going to take a break and be right back. We got some interesting facts we're going to bring back, and then we're going to close it out. We're not going to do the usual what pissed you off this week.
You know what? What we can do, since I'm in Jay Reed's seat, we could do the best advice you ever got.
The best advice you ever got. Okay. So we're
Yeah.
going to come back with interesting facts and the best advice you ever got. Dangerous Minds Podcast.